Hello everyone, this is Elaine from Nabi Wool Studio, my hand-dyed wool on Etsy, which I'm not really doing very much of. You can find me on Instagram as Elaine Tom, you can find me on Ravelry as Elaine Maxeb, and you can find me here. You can find me on Facebook also as Nabi Wool Studio and as Elaine Tom, and I think that's it. So it's been a while, and I have made several podcasts in between, but never uploaded them. Sometimes I've tried 4 or 5 times to make it and realized that I can't put it out there. So I have finished a lot of things that I'm not showing. They will come up on Instagram, or they have come up on Instagram, and I have a couple of things around me. Here's my Dreamscape vest from Picky Femme in Tarja. And I just finished that yesterday, actually, with Camrose Schneffnug and Kelburn Woolen's Lucky Tweed. And I have my Boddington's vest from Thea Coleman that was released, I think, over a week ago. The colors here are not great as always, and I use Hey Mama Wolf's yarn on the Thea Coleman, the newest yarn, Bera. And I have another project in my heavy basket of whips to show you. That is also using the Hey Mama Wolf Bera. So basically, I have a bunch of test knits and realizing that I'm probably not going to be able to make the deadline, but I'll talk about things anyway. So yesterday, if you checked on Instagram, I had a wonderful mail day. I received my yarn from Bichet Bouche. It's the Le Gros silk and mohair. So it's the heavier weight mohair and silk base. So I am doing the Hatara yoke, and I started because I couldn't resist, and it has a scalloped neck, although you can't really see it so well right now, but I'm sure it will look great once I get further along. And that's in my redesigned clutch, which I love. I love all the redesigned stuff. I actually have a bunch more up there, so I am looking forward to getting further along with that project. I am working on the knit sweater, and the colors are just not showing up well. But anyway, this is the knit sweater from Ru Yamamaro, and it is a honeycomb pattern, and I am almost done with the back. That's due on the 17th, so I have 13 days. I'm not sure. Each row of the cable actually takes me a very long time, but I'm using Jamieson and Smith from a cone, and this is the color FC55 mix, and it's got some blues and other colors in with this dark burgundy, and it's really wonderful. So I'm really enjoying that, and a friend of mine brought it back from Shetland for me during Shetland Wool Week. Another design that I am way behind on, and I'm not sure I can finish also, is the henna sweater, and this is from Unwind Knitwear, and I am using Junction Fiber Mill, which I got at the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival back about 3-4 weeks ago. I was in the States and I decided I had just arrived on very late Friday night and decided Sunday I was going to drive over 5 hours to go to Vermont to attend the festival, and I had a great time. And I also got these golden earth mugs there. And the main color is Kelborn Woolen's Scout, I believe. Is it Scalp or Camper? One of them. And then I am also adding my mohair, Nubby Wool Studio. So some of these rows are 3-color rows. This is going slow, unfortunately, but each stitch is very joyful regardless. So that's Unwind Knitwear, and that's due on the 20th. So also probably not going to make this deadline. Then I have this, which I had told the designer I wanted to join a while ago, knowing I wasn't going to make the deadline, but she was okay with it. And this is from Anna Enge, and this is the, here I'm going to try Hussogenser, and her design was made with Let Lopi, and I'm using Camrose Schneffnug. I had a really hard time with it. I had picked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, and they looked beautiful together as balls. But when I knit it into the project, I'm sorry I keep dropping stuff and ducking out of the thing. It didn't really come out. It didn't work. So originally I think I was either going to try a dark brown or a dark blue, navy, and it was just not working. And I think if I had, and I had knitted this much of it, I think if I reshuffled the colors would have worked together. But in this order, it didn't. So after trying a million different colors, I ended up going with this color. Several people had recommended I just repeat, since this is basically the same motif, that I just repeat using this. But I really wanted to add another color, so I decided just a slight different color was satisfying that for me to make this work. And again, the colors are not great. Here are the rest. It looks better in person, and some people didn't like the green. It's moss green, I guess. I can't pronounce it in the original language, but it's moss green, and some people didn't like it, but that was really one of my favorite parts of this, with the powder pink, and I wasn't gonna let that go. So I'm trying to finish it so that I can wear it in Barcelona, which is on the 16th and 17th of November. I'm not sure if I can, because I really have deadlines that I need to meet, but this is basically a fairly fast knit because the color work is really, there's a rhythm to it, and I really love that kind of color work, and that kind of color work really goes fast for me. But I do have deadlines that I really need to meet. And then I haven't had, yarn Avalanche. Okay, now it's all spilled out. I will get to that later. Sorry. And then I haven't had Caitlin Hunter design on my needles for a while, and I used to have literally at least one on my needles at all times. So this is the beginning of Sitzmark, and it's 2 colors, and I'm using the Hey Mama Wolf Bara, which has these tweedy bits in it. It's really beautiful. And then I am using the Feederbrook Farm, I think this is called Thermal Expansion, and gorgeous. But the thing is that with color changing yarn, I'm not sure how other people deal with it. I picked an area that is sort of light and wanted to, or hoped that it was long enough that it would handle the short rows and work out in the front. I'm not sure if it does, and I'm not sure if I should continue with this or rip back and not use a color changing yarn, because the shift where the short rows are not is a little bit too extreme for me. So I'm not sure how to handle that, and if anybody else has done something like this with short rows and color changing yarn and has advice, that would be wonderful. I have a bunch of other long-term whips in this basket, or longish term whips, which I won't show. I'll only show the things that are sort of new. And I'm not sure if I showed this on this podcast, but I know I showed it on Instagram. This is the shawl. I'm not sure what the name of the shawl yet, or if there is a name yet. It's a test knit for Tête Bêche or Orléans Souk. And so this is supposed to be fingering weight, and I'm using, I guess, a DK weight. It's the BC Garns Samila Pura. I found that fingering weight was just too airy for me, and I don't like stuff that is too holey. So with the lace and stuff, I really wanted to use a heavier weight yarn, stay with the same needles that was used for the fingering weight, but do it in the heavier yarn. And I love the fabric from this. I tried several different yarns, fingering weight yarns, thinking that I will like something more, and picked some that really do bloom a lot, but I still didn't like it. And then on top of that, starting over and over again, I also made really silly mistakes. My stitch count was off several times, and I was not doing the center decrease at the right spot. I don't know. It was all different things. I must have started this like 10 times. So I should have been much further along, but I think it's really beautiful. I have time still with this, and I really think it'll be a wonderful piece to wear during the winter, and also when it starts getting warmer, as something just to wrap myself in. So I haven't made shawls in a very long time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having that. I do have a huge collection of shawls, but have not been using them. It's just starting to get colder here now, and I really should whip them out. But anyway, I wanted just to come back to say I'm here, I'm still knitting and trying to meet all the deadlines, and I had a bunch of other things that I wanted to talk about, but life is happening and I have too many things going on, and I really don't have enough bandwidth right now to talk about everything and deal with all the things going on outside of the knitting world. But I just wanted to say I will be at Barcelona on the weekend of Barcelona Knits, and if you see me, please say hello. I'd love to see you all, meet new people, and I am really looking forward to this festival. I've been wanting to go for several years, and this year will be my first year, and hopefully not my last. I've gone to Barcelona many, many times and have always loved it. It's just a wonderful, wonderful city. And so I am looking forward to seeing Bichet Bouche and Wool Dreamers and a bunch of other people that I know, or companies that I know also, and being introduced to new things. So hopefully I'll be back soon and be better prepared and have more interesting things to talk about. But I just wanted to show you the craziness that I'm working on at this moment. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, and please like if you can, subscribe if you're not, and comment. It really helps, and it really brings joy to me when I read your comments and see that you're out there. Okay, have a good week. Bye.